And all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Giants and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Blitz red, blitz yellow.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. Ends up falling incomplete. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Ready, go.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This defense for the Bears, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Off a play action. Tagovailoa. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Tua to throw again. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Play action. It's Fields. This one is caught. It's Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. The Bears are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. They always tough, the NFL. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And it's caught by Olsen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Check right. Smith red.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua to Barkley on the check down. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Now Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. There he goes left side, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that you could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now Fields. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect... halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Ready? Ready. Yellow. Line is black block. Bang. Cut.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Yellow. Blue check.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Fields. And caught left side, Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do,
and that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Back to throw, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Fields throwing again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. George Pickens, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trip. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. To his throw, pulled in by Hopkins. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On play action, here's Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, a final shot before half. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 23. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15. Real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check white. Smith red. Switch yellow.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Check pitch. Opposite. Green.
From the gun, it's Tua. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths of fit. To protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
6 yards there on the keeper at second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
On third down, Barkley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Tua now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, Fields looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Pollard going to try the right side. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Tua now on first down. And his pass incomplete.
We see drops happen on hitch routes. A lot of times it's because the timing's off on the play or trying to get his head upfield right before he secures the pass. Last thing, though, it's such an explosive move on the hitch route, but sometimes they'll get their body settled before the ball gets there.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On the draw, this is Barkley, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, nice move. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Fields. Forced out to his left. And it's caught by Olsen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a... They'll run with Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off play action. Fields. This is caught. Touchdown. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have taken a 4th quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Holding. Offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Opposite. Green. Yellow. One.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Tua. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. "35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And the Giants ready to come out now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Ready. Ready.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Algier will try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stick with Algier. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants now down on the scoreboard. 25 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. One final try for Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and